Okay, listen to this. Google Earth is going underwater and also into outer space. A new version of the virtual mapping system will let users explore the oceans here on Earth as well as the surface of Mars. The new features were unveiled today in San Francisco. The images of Mars will be high-quality 3D resolution, and the undersea exploration maps will contain articles and videos about marine science.
Amazing. I mean, the technology and the information is incredible.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about TMZ on TV, covering a major entertainment story today.
Hi, Harvey. Harvey Levin joins us now. I feel so familiar with you, I don't have to introduce you. All right, Britney Spears threatening to cancel her upcoming tour. What happened?
Well, this is a great story. We found out, and I'm telling you, this is 100%. She has said she will cancel this tour if she can't go on tour with the kids. Kevin and Britney and her dad, Jamie, made this agreement where there would be three bases around the country, New Jersey, New Orleans, and LA, where she would have as home base, and the kids would be staying there as she went from region to region. Kevin signed off on it. What was in it for Kevin was he'd get more than $4,000 a week from Britney for agreeing to all of this. But they had this whole thing down, and then Kevin's lawyers found out about it about a week ago, and they're throwing roadblocks up saying, we don't like it, we may not do it. And Britney is saying if they don't agree and if Kevin doesn't man up and tell his lawyers, look, I want to do this, she will cancel this tour.
Wow. Okay, we'll have more on that later tonight, Harvey. And you also have a weird story coming up about Tommy Lee tonight. Let me see if I get this straight. He was pulled over by police, but it was while he was in his helicopter. Is that right?
Ha!
Kind of, sort of.
Wow.
I mean, this is a fabulous story. So he's flying with a pilot from Palm Springs yesterday, and they supposedly get within 800 feet of a police helicopter. They go under the helicopter, and the pilot of the LAPD chopper is looking and saying, what is going on? They order him back to land. They land. Tommy Lee scoots from the airport. Nobody sees him. And they find the pilot 10 minutes later standing there with a vodka and a lemonade.
Uh-oh.
So,
Harvey.
So, it's true. So they basically take the pilot in for a breathalyzer. The problem is the police thought he might have been drinking while flying. He says no, but they can't prove it since he had a bottle in his hand.
Wow.
So it turns out that this very pilot 2 years ago landed in a residential area right around here in the Hollywood Hills.
Yes.
Landed on a street so that he could pick up Tommy Lee to go to a Nine Inch Nails concert in Orange County, and he got cited for that.
Well, you got to hear more about this.
As they say, you can't make this stuff up, right?
No, you really can't.
It's amazing.
All right, Harvey.
Harvey Levin, thank you. And remember, TMZ on TV headed your way at 6:30. Hear more about Tommy Lee and Nine Inch Nails in the helicopter.
All right, Super Bowl highlights coming up. Not the game, but the ads. We'll review the best ones and how they were different this year.
And Staten Island Chuck comes out for Groundhog Day, what he's predicting for the rest of the winter, and what Nick's predicting for tonight.
Yeah, still listening to that little rodent, aren't you? All right, well, what I'm predicting is eventually this, as Fox 5 Sky Guardian is showing in a live sweep here, a little bit of light snow developing here in eastern Pennsylvania, a little light rain in parts of the upper Hudson. So this will be overspread in the area late tide. The worst of this, though, will come in about 24 hours' time, and by then, it's all snow.
When I got hurt, the insurance company said they'd settle fast. I should have called Jacoby and Myers, but I didn't. Now the money's gone. I still can't work. My wife is working 2 jobs, and we can't make ends meet.
Don't let this happen to you. Call Jacoby and Myers. For years, our attorneys, investigators, and support staff have given our clients the power and technology other firms don't have. And there's no legal fee unless we win. Call 1-877-JM-LAWYER. It could be the most important call you'll ever make.
I could see that Dan Briggs had all the ability in the world and wasn't using it.
Harry Minnick was very caring about his students. He wanted to ensure that his students got the electronics education that they were there to get.
I worked with Dan because I knew he had a lot of potential.
Harry Minnick's students are among the best I've ever seen. The New Jersey Public Schools do an excellent job of preparing for vocational education for kids who are interested in trades.
New Jersey Public Schools do an excellent job for preparing our students for today's workforce.
New York State created a registry for everyone who worked on the rescue, recovery, and cleanup of the World Trade Center in the year after September 11th. Joining protects your right to workers' compensation should you ever need it. And it doesn't matter whether you were employed or volunteer, or if you were injured or not. Call 877-WTC-1208 or visit WTC12.org. Tell us you were there.
Is that the famous to-do list?
That's right.
That'll take a while.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna lower my cholesterol.
And how long is that gonna take?
Oh, 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done with this by then.
You are on, baby.
Okay.
Huh. Still not done yet, huh?
Cheerios helped you. I'm on my own out here.
I can see that.
Help lower your cholesterol 4% in just 6 weeks with Cheerios cereal. Cheerios, now's the time.
Governor Patterson, your health care budget cuts are definitely all wrong.
I've been a nurse for 15 years, and I have never seen worse cuts.
Closing hospitals is not the answer.
Laying off nurses is not the answer.
I can't imagine anybody who would defend closing nursing homes.
I can't believe Governor Patterson is the one making this proposal.
How could you do this?
Why are you doing this to me?
Why? Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this to my family?
Tell Governor Patterson protecting health care is the only answer.
The California mom who delivered octuplets may have found a way to cover her expenses. Offers are really pouring in right now to pay Nadia Sullman for her story. She's hired a PR firm to field the offers, which could include a big payday. Meantime, the octuplets celebrated a huge milestone today. At 1 week old, they are now the longest surviving octuplets in the U.S. history. The mother has 6 other children. Derry?
Well, Ernie, a family on Staten Island, is learning what it's like to have multiples as well. Jamie and Kevin Ferrante welcomed quintuplets about a month ago. And boy, have their lives changed.
We go in for a sonogram, and the doctor was just like, okay, there's 1, there's 2, 3, and 4. And I was like, 4? I start laughing. He didn't.
When we found out we were having 4, we were hoping for at least 1. So 4 was a little bit of a shock. And then, a couple of weeks later when we found out there was 5, a little bit more shock.
It's amazing enough to welcome 1 new baby. But these proud parents welcome 5 beautiful children in a matter of minutes.
They're beautiful. They're so beautiful.
It's been more than a month since Alessia, Amanda, Emily, Ella, and Matthew made their debut at Staten Island University Hospital. A team of doctors has been keeping a close eye on their progress.
One of the biggest concerns with premature babies is the condition of their lungs. A lot of the times, premature babies need to be on ventilators for long periods of time. All of these babies were on ventilators, but all off of ventilators very quickly, so they actually did really well. I think they were all off within a few days.
The babies are putting on weight and get daily visits from mom and dad who can't wait to have them home.
Now that they're getting bigger, I do get to change some of their diapers sometimes and hold them more. But they're still here, and the nurses are taking care of them.
It's going to be a big change, but definitely I want them home, as soon as possible.
As the babies grow, one thing is clear.
They'll have their different personalities already, and we're going to have our hands full with a couple of them, I think.
Wow. Well, Jamie Ferrante received fertility shots to help conceive her babies. She delivered 4 girls and 1 boy at 27 weeks. Now, the babies are expected to stay in the hospital until mid-March, and they should be happy that somebody's helping change all those diapers.
One big happy family you got there.
One big happy family.
Terrific.
All right,
Okay.
Here's another big happy family. The Pittsburgh Steelers and their fans are celebrating an exciting and historic Super Bowl
That
win.
was some game. The Steelers were down when they scored a touchdown with only 35 seconds left of the game. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 27-23 to claim a record 6th Super Bowl title. And some viewers here in New York had some bad luck. About 100 customers of RCN on the Upper East Side experienced disruption in the service and had to scramble to watch the game elsewhere. Well, an even bigger surprise for viewers in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow.
According to the Associated Press, about 10 seconds of a porn movie appeared in the middle of the game.
What?
Cable operator Comcast is now apologizing.
Okay, and back to Pittsburgh. After the game, celebrations spilled out into the streets there. Following the game, more than 100 people were arrested. As for the real party, well, there were reports there wasn't going to be a parade because of the severe budget crunch in Pittsburgh, but city officials confirmed a parade will take place tomorrow.
They have to celebrate.
Of course.
All right, let's
history.
put the game aside for a while. Some people just watch the Super Bowl for the ads.
And this year's selections didn't disappoint.
Fox 5's Brett Larson takes a look at some of the more memorable ones. Check it out.
With a worldwide audience of millions, it's no surprise that these ads raise the bar.
Free Doritos at the office today? I think that's a yes!
From comedy to Clydesdales, these commercials are big money.
Each ad was $3 million this year. That's an 11% increase over last year. You know, what recession begs the question. These ads have quadrupled over the last 20 years, so it's huge money.
Tracy Burns is an analyst with Fox Business Network, and she tells us even in this economy, companies are willing to pay the premium for the big audience.
Budgets are trimmed everywhere. You can't trim your ad budget, though, that much.
And although there were plenty of ads to go around, some companies were noticeably missing.
GM, a big one. GM had 5.5 minutes in the Super Bowl last year, and this year, nothing. Federal Express pulled out. Garmin was actually a big Super Bowl advertiser. They weren't there this year, as is Sales Genie, believe it or not. So, based on what's going on today, economically, many companies decided it was not worth their money.
And even though the ads weren't the glitzy, almost mini movies that they were in years past, they were still popular with the audience. In fact, you can see just how popular they were by watching them on our website. To get that information, company MediaCurves.com tracked viewers' reactions of the different ads, then ranked them in order of interest.
There's a lot more behind the scenes going on this year that will really help companies in the future determine whether or not their ad dollars are worth it.
You can see all the Super Bowl ads and pick your favorite on our website, myfoxny.com. Brett Larson, Fox 5 News.
Now we have to say happy Groundhog Day. Well, you know what that means. Staten Island Chuck was rousted from his home to make his annual prediction on how long our winter will be. Well, there he is, a brave Mayor Bloomberg held up the feisty Chuck who did not see his shadow. So that means an early spring. Nick says, I don't know about that, but it turns out that Chuck bit the hand that feeds him. Yes, Mayor Bloomberg, by the way, was treated for a nip on his finger.
Those budget cuts.
Be careful, man.
Let's hear it for the seer of seers, Punxsutawney Phil.
Well, a bit of opposition here. The world's most famous groundhog disagrees with Chucky. Punxsutawney Phil was pulled out of his hole just after dawn this morning to the delight of 13,000 cheering fans, many of them still celebrating the Steelers' Super Bowl victory. But not many cheered when Phil saw his shadow and predicted 6 more weeks of winter. But what in the world do you need a rodent for when you have
I don't
an
know.
right?
Nick, you want to settle this dispute?
Well, I got up this morning and saw my shadow. So that means we're going to have
you're going on a vacation.
Well, I wish. We'll have 6 more weeks of me bringing you the weather. How's that?
Okay, we can deal with
At least
that.
I hope that's.
You don't believe in any of this groundhog stuff, do you?
I don't.
I thought
it's
so.
a great storytelling, but let's get to reality here. And reality is, look at this. This is in Britain. It's buried in the heaviest snowfall they've seen in 2 decades. About 10 inches of snow fell across parts of London, canceling hundreds of flights at Heathrow and closing thousands of shops and schools. The city's bus system and several subway lines also shut down. But overall, people are just enjoying the pretty sight because they don't get to do that very often. So it's a nice school snow day off for the kids there. So for us, well, we have snow coming back to our area. Again, believe that after we saw temperatures today in the 50s. So there you go. We're going to be watching colder air seep back down. First wave of moisture here, this little disturbance, little trough coming in our way. We'll bring in just a little bit of light precipitation later tonight, originally in the form of light rain, then eventually it'll turn into snow. But the worst of this will be tomorrow afternoon, really later tomorrow afternoon, on into tomorrow night. And still, we're going to miss getting really hit by a strong nor'easter that'll be offshore. All right, winter weather advisories, though, they're still the story across much of northern New Jersey. This goes until tomorrow, and those winter storm watches are in central New Jersey from Ocean County on southward. Temperatures, again, have kind of come off their highs by almost 5 degrees or so here. 40 at Poughkeepsie, 42 at Islip now, 43 Belmar. And let's go look at some neighborhoods. We'll go to southwest Connecticut, and readings there, well, I guess my hand didn't quite get that. So we'll do western Long Island again, low 40s. Clouds are thickening up, though. Now we'll try for southwest Connecticut and see the clouds arriving there, too. 43 Stratford to Stamford. And Bethel's coming in at 42 degrees right now. So let's go to the wide view, show you what's happening. Again, it's going to be a developing storm across the southeastern states that will turn into a monster when it gets offshore. Again, it's going to be far enough away that we will not get a direct hit from this, but it will aid in bringing down the colder air, and then that sort of a little zone of precipitation is going to set up here on the western flank of that storm here. That's for really tomorrow, particularly tomorrow afternoon, late on into tomorrow night, when we'll get most of our accumulating snow out of this, and also because the temperatures have to get back down down below freezing. That'll happen sometime during tomorrow morning. And then look at the deep freeze gearing up to come our way in the northern plain states again. 7 in Minneapolis, 25 Chicago, and that cold air will be diving all the way through the southern states. So again, watch on the futurecast. The snow's setting up even tomorrow morning. The worst of it, though, in the darker blue, that's later tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. The gusty breeze will still be there out of the north and east. Clouds, little sun on Wednesday. We'll see some flurries around, too. So again, we'll look for about 2 to 4 inches of snow in general across most of the area, and most of that again tomorrow afternoon on into tomorrow night. So a little light rain later tonight, a little light snow tomorrow morning, and again, as you head through the day, the temperatures drop below the freezing mark. 7-day forecast showing a cold, gusty wind Wednesday with some flurries at 28, morning low 20, only 28 Thursday, morning low 13. At least sunshine returns, but it's a nice recovery this time, Ernie and Derry. 47 by Saturday, into the low 50s on Sunday. So that'll feel nice. But we got to get there first.
All right.
We'll get there.
All right, we will.
Thank you, Nick. All right. A hidden danger in pancake mix.
Well, you'll want to throw yours out if you didn't buy it recently.
First, let's check in with Harry Martin, see what's coming up tonight at 6.
Hi, Harry.
New at 6 tonight, her son was killed in a tragic accident, trampled to death while working at Walmart on Black Friday. Tonight, his mother is speaking out about her pain. We will tell you who she blames for her son's death. And it's quite an honor for some famous folks from New Jersey. Find out the list of Garden State greats. Those stories and team coverage on the stimulus debate. It's all coming up next at 6.
Fox 5 News brought to you by the New York State Smokers Quit Line.
Oh, try to rest, sweetheart. I'll call the school.
Okay, Mommy.
Hi, it's Carla Conway. Jasmine's staying home sick today. I think it's bronchitis or something.
Each year, children in the U.S. miss 7 million school days.
Thank you.
Due to illnesses from secondhand smoke.
I'm telling you, you kids have it easy.
We had to get our internet from a phone company. And the phone from a phone company, too.
I had to walk 5 miles to the video store for the latest releases.
In the snow, uphill.
Remember when your cable, phone, and internet came from 3 different companies? Well, now thanks to Cable's Triple Play, those days are history.
Just count yourself lucky.
We got our TV from a dish. And our movies, they came on one of these. My phone bill was crazy. Different amount every month, taxes and fees.
Crazy.
Crazy. No, not you.
With Cable's Triple Play, you'll get digital cable in HD with tons of on-demand movies, internet that leaves the phone companies in the dust, and unlimited calling without all those hidden fees and taxes. All on one bill for under $90 a month.
Those days were tough.
Downloading pictures?
An hour.
Or 2.
Buffering.
Buffering.
Call 1-800-646-0456 and get the Triple Play.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Kids are hungry after school. That's why I always have Totino's pizza rolls. Big pizza taste in a bite-sized roll. Kids can't resist their delicious pizza flavor. Totino's pizza rolls, the pizza way to snack.
This is a strawberry Pop-Tart, and this is the warm, fresh-baked taste of a strawberry toaster strudel. See the difference? Pillsbury Toaster Strudel, the one kids want to eat.
Ford's Employee Pricing Plus has been extended through February 2nd. It's the final days to pay what we pay on every Ford car, truck, SUV, and crossover. Plus, get up to $6,000 cash back now through February 2nd, or get a special introductory offer on the 09 F-150. It's your last chance to get a Ford F-150 with Employee Pricing Plus and save over $7,300. It all ends February 2nd. Visit your Tri-State Ford dealer today.
Okay, let's talk about this. Now, you can usually tell when food's gone bad in the fridge, but what about food in your kitchen cabinets?
We have a warning tonight about pancake mix that could go bad without you even knowing it.
Dr. Sapna Parikh has more.
I'm really freaked about this. My 2-year-old does eat pancakes.
Oh, disgusting. I didn't know that.
What caused this reaction from these moms? They just learned about a danger that could be in their pantries, mold growing in outdated pancake mix.
That's pretty scary. Make you start definitely checking what you have.
If any moisture gets inside the box, it can grow mold in the mix. One published medical case report describes a 19-year-old man with a mold allergy. He ate pancakes made from a mix that had been sitting in his pantry for 2 years. Shortly after finishing the pancakes, he had shortness of breath. He was taken to the hospital and died from the reaction.
If you have an allergy to mold and you eat bad pancake mix that has mold in it, it's that allergy to mold that could cause this reaction that could cause somebody to die.
When the pancake mix the 19-year-old ate was analyzed, 4 toxic molds were discovered.
If the pancake mix is in like a cardboard box or something that moisture can get through, it's more likely to have mold growing in it.
Keep moisture out and check for an expiration date, a warning these moms say they will take seriously.
If I know I've bought pancakes in the past and haven't used them in a while, I think I'll think twice before using them and probably just throw them out.
Dr. Sapna Parikh, Fox 5 News.
Learn something new every day.
Sure do.
Well, that's going to do it for the Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Jerry Alexander.
I'm Ernie Anastas. Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
Right now on Fox 5 News at 6.
He died. Die!